Mark D. Pencil and Friends present Be Polite at School and Everywhere Else. How does it make you feel when someone's actions and words are not nice? How does it make you feel when someone's actions and words are nice? I like it when people treat me well. I have learned that when I'm nice to others, people are more likely to be nice to me. If we treat everyone the way that we would like to be treated, we make them feel good about themselves and about us too. When you are polite, it means that your behavior and words show respect to others. Respect is a word that means you are showing everyone that you care about them. While you're in school, you can show that you're polite in the following ways. In the classroom. The teacher's job is to help you learn. You can help the teacher and help yourself by being polite in the classroom. You can do this by showing the teacher that you're listening while they're teaching. You should sit with your head up and look at the teacher while they're talking. You should also sit quietly without speaking to others or without making noise by playing with your pencils, papers, etc. While the teacher is speaking, if you have a question or a comment that you'd like to share, you should raise your hand quietly and wait patiently for the teacher to call on you. Please keep in mind that teachers cannot always call on you right away. Sometimes you will have to wait until the teacher finds the appropriate moment to speak to you. If you need a piece of paper, a pencil, an eraser, or anything else while you're in the classroom, you should ask politely. Make sure you use the words please and thank you. May I please borrow a pencil? Of course. Thank you. You're welcome. Also, if you get into trouble at school because you made a mistake, it is important to accept responsibility for it by apologizing and choosing to not make the same poor choice again in the future. Everybody makes mistakes, and those mistakes don't make you a bad person. In fact, we learn by making mistakes. Rob, I'm disappointed that you were talking to your friends while I was teaching. Please don't do that again. If you do, you and your friends won't be able to learn what I'm trying to teach you. I'm sorry, Mr. Waters. I won't do that again. Thank you, Rob. You're welcome. In the hallway. When you're at school, teachers usually expect all of the students to walk quietly in a line. You can be polite by joining the line calmly. Please do not run ahead of anyone so that you can be the first in line, because someone could get hurt. When you're in the hallway, it is important to walk quietly. We walk by many other classrooms where students are trying to learn. If we're talking when we walk by, it distracts them and takes away from their learning. It is also very important to keep your hands to yourself and to watch where you're going while you're walking in the hallway, or anywhere else. Please be careful not to bump into the person in front of you. If you accidentally touch them, it is polite to look at them and say, "Excuse me," or "Sorry, I didn't mean to bump into you," in a kind voice. "Excuse me, I'm sorry." During recess. If someone asks to play with you, you should say yes, because it's the nice thing to do. On the other hand, if you would like to play with another student, you should ask them nicely. "Can I please play with you?" If they say yes, then you should say thank you and play kindly and fairly with them. "Can I please play with you?" "Okay. Thank you. You're welcome." However, sometimes other kids may tell you that they don't want you to play with them. I know that it makes me feel so sad when this happens to me, and I'm sure it makes you feel sad and mad too. However, if this happens, you should be polite by not arguing or calling them names, no matter how upset you are. You should simply ask someone else if you can play with them. I know this is difficult and certainly not fair. However, if you speak or act in a mean way, it will not help you find others to play with. If you treat everyone kindly in all situations, others will notice and they'll recognize you as a nice person who they'd like to play with. There's usually a lot going on during recess with all of the kids running around in different directions. However, you can be polite by trying your best to be aware of where everyone is. For example, if you're playing catch with a ball, be sure that you're not throwing it in the direction where it could hit somebody. Do you want to play catch with me? Okay. Let's play over here so that we won't hit anyone. Sometimes accidents happen, so if you accidentally hit someone with a ball or run into them, it is very important to be polite and offer help. Adults understand that accidents happen, so please do not worry about getting into trouble. Instead, it is much more important to make sure that the other person is okay. If the other person is hurt, you should attend to them and get help from an adult immediately. Then you should apologize by saying, "I'm sorry, it was an accident."
Ouch!
Are you okay? I'm so sorry, it was an accident. Mr. Waters, I accidentally ran into Nell. Can you please help? Here's some ice for you. This will make you feel better. I'm sorry, Nell. I didn't mean to hurt you. I'll stay with you until you feel better.
It's okay, Rob. I know it was an accident. Thank you for helping me.
You're welcome. In the cafeteria. It is also important to be polite in the cafeteria at school. When you pick up your food, please be sure to say thank you to the adults who gave it to you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
When you sit down at your table, you should start eating right away. We often don't have too much time for lunch, and you should make sure that you eat before talking to your friends too much. Also, please don't play with your food or talk with food in your mouth. Speaking of talking to your friends, please make sure that you use your inside voice. That means you should speak just loud enough for your friends sitting next to you to hear. Please do not yell. Because there are often many students in the cafeteria at once, it can sometimes get very loud in there, and if everybody was talking loudly, nobody would be able to hear each other. Thank you for not yelling, Nell.
You're welcome, Rob.
Also, please be careful with your food and don't leave a mess. If there are crumbs around your area when you're finished eating, please pick them up and throw them away. Also, if you accidentally spill your food or drink, please tell an adult right away and help clean it up. Miss Sandy, I accidentally spilled my food. Can you please help me?
It's okay, Rob. Of course I'll help you.
Thank you, Miss Sandy. Finally, if you are consistently polite and treat everyone with respect at school and everywhere else, you will find that others are more likely to treat you kindly too. I know that makes me happy, and I know that it will make all of us very happy too. Thank you for reading my book, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye! It's time for school!
Marty, pencil, and friends. Marty, pencil, and friends. Marty, pencil, and friends. Marty, pencil, and friends.
Reading, writing, math, and science. Everything is fun when you add some music. Music!
Marty, pencil, and friends. 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 Marty,
Written by Brett Schieber. MarkDpencil.com